Hey nerds, I'm back, and this time I bring you the greatest sorcerers of Marvel, ranked by power level, because Marvel heroes and villains aren't just about fists and super soldier serum. It's important to note that this list includes only characters whose primary weapon is magic. Otherwise, many other characters would make the list. Another important note is that this video is based on comic book characters, so we'll see their ranking based on their feats in the comics and also on my opinion. If you disagree, make your own list in the comments and let's discuss it, alright? Enough talk, let's get straight to the video. Number 13, Clea. Though she is quite unknown to the general public, with only a brief appearance in the MCU, Clea is nothing less than the niece of the ruler of the Dark Dimension, Dormammu. Her first appearance in the comics was during one of Doctor Strange's journeys to the Dark Dimension, where he met her and she became his disciple. Despite being extremely skilled in magic, she was still overly emotional, which was one of her biggest weaknesses. However, even with this issue, Clea remains a prodigy and possesses great powers like teleportation, creating astral images, flying, and much more, and she's also very skilled in sorcery. An interesting fact is that she once had a relationship with Doctor Strange but gave up, believing that his heart already belonged to someone else. Can you imagine Doctor Strange being related to Dormammu? Number 12, the Ancient One. The master of Doctor Strange, Yeo, also depicted as a female character in the movies. The Ancient One is a great warrior and a master of the mystical arts. Don't be mistaken though, despite being an elder, he was capable of defeating characters like Hulk and Colossus, and he was also responsible for training Doctor Strange. Unfortunately, Yeo has never been extensively explored with many feats and stories, but his vast knowledge and mystical abilities cannot be denied. His powers include molecular restructuring, creating force fields, teleportation, and extensive knowledge of spells. Number 11, Mordo. One of Doctor Strange's greatest enemies, but also his classmate, Baron Mordo, was also a disciple of the Ancient One, but due to his greed, he attempted to kill the Ancient One. Thanks to Doctor Strange's intervention, his plan failed, leading to the eternal conflict between the two. Mordo was even willing to sell his soul to Mephisto in exchange for power, significantly increasing his powers and abilities. With this, he was able to defeat Doctor Strange and deceive some of the Avengers. From the beginning, Mordo was extremely skilled in magic, surpassing his master, and his arsenal became very powerful, including mystical energy blasts, energy shields, astral projection, teleportation, and extreme hypnosis powers. However, his ego always hinders him and prevents him from becoming even more powerful, which is why he's ranked number 11 on our list. Number 10, Magic. Illyana Rasputin is the sister of Colossus, a famous X-Men mutant. At just 6 years old, Illyana was kidnapped by the villain Belasco and taken to Limbo, an alternate dimension where she was trained and tortured to learn the dark mystical arts and to carry out all of Belasco's plans. She was also trained by Aurora, Storm, who helped stabilize her powers and expand her magical knowledge, making her extremely skilled at learning magic regardless of the difficulties. Illyana is so adept with her magical powers that she was able to create a sword from part of her own soul. Her magic is a mix of demonic witchcraft and white sorcery, resulting in a vast and complex mystical knowledge. However, her biggest disadvantage, which prevents her from ranking higher, is that her magical powers are significantly diminished on Earth, where she can only project herself astrally, sense mystical presences, and summon the Soul Sword. Number 9, Jericho Drum. Jericho is an exceptional magical user, who is aided by the spirit of his deceased brother to face his challenges. Jericho never sought power but was chosen by the Eye of Agamotto to become the next Sorcerer Supreme after Steven became unworthy and rejected the mantle. From that moment, he became Brother Voodoo. Voodoo is extremely skilled in using white magic, or order magic, and has always assisted various heroes in fulfilling their duties. Even after losing the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme, he was never sidelined by the heroes. Voodoo's powers include cryokinesis, smoke manipulation, spirit possession, immunity to magic, flight, and hypnosis. It's an impressive arsenal, but unfortunately, Voodoo is limited by his brother, who always creates an internal conflict in Voodoo's mind, hindering him in battles. Number 8, Dr. Doom. Victor Von Doom, always arrogant and presumptuous, decided to become increasingly powerful and intelligent after the events that led him to lose his face. One of the paths he followed was magic, influenced by his gypsy mother. Since then, he has dedicated himself to studying all types of magic, combining it with his inventions and technologies, making him highly powerful. Doom studied ancient magic, Asgardian magic, trained with Doctor Strange, and even researched alien magic. However, without a doubt, the person most responsible for Victor's significant magical abilities is Morgana Le Fay, a great sorceress who taught Doom many dark secrets. With these studies, he developed various spells and counterspells to add to his combat arsenal, becoming capable of battling Loki in a magical duel and defeating enemies like Thor and Hulk. In Doom's magical arsenal, we have Mystic Blasts, Mystic Force Fields, Entity Summonings, Spellcasting, Invocation, Teleportation, and much more. An interesting fact is that besides Voodoo, Doom was possibly the next Sorcerer Supreme. Number 7. Morgana Le Fay. Morgana is a great sorceress and time traveler, and as if it couldn't get any better, she's the half-sister of King Arthur Pendragon. She is a perfection of a woman. Morgana was responsible for teaching Dr. Doom the dark arts, and even traveled back in Doom's time to dominate that era and fulfill her desires. Morgana is so powerful that she was able to deal with and defeat various members of the Dark Avengers, even holding her own against the Sentry. She also briefly altered the world to her own distorted version, with the Avengers team serving as the Queen's vengeance. Morgana's powers include reality manipulation, time travel, necromancy, energy projection, and numerous other abilities. What prevents Morgana from ranking higher is her weakness. Morgana Le Fay is vulnerable to iron or any metallic objects containing iron. Number 6. Loki. Undoubtedly, Loki is one of Marvel's greatest characters, whether as a villain or a hero. The son of Le Fay, and incredibly skilled in mystical arts, especially the Asgardian ones, Loki has caused chaos across multiple realms. He has tricked his brother Thor, fought the Avengers, and even manipulated Norman Osborn with ease. Loki has also performed benevolent acts such as defeating Dr. Doom, battling Malekith and his Dark Elves, and even rivaling and defeating Doctor Strange. His arsenal includes telepathy, transmutation, mastery of spells, illusions, and extensive knowledge of the magics of the 9 realms. Number 5. Mephisto. Mephisto is an extra-dimensional demon of unknown origin. He rules a fiery dimension he calls Hell or Hades, though it is neither the Christian Hell nor the Hades governed by Pluto, the Olympian god of the dead. Mephisto is also known for being the one responsible for the pact that gave rise to the Ghost Rider, as well as making deals with various other characters like Baron Mordo. Mephisto has battled numerous foes, including the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, Thanos, and even the Avengers. His vast array of powers includes magical manipulation, shapeshifting, astral bodyguarding, dimensional capture, and reality manipulation, among others. However, Mephisto also has his weaknesses. He cannot forcibly subjugate the will of sentient beings, cannot make the same type of pact with the same person twice, and his reality manipulation is not completely permanent. Additionally, he cannot read minds and grows weaker the longer he's away from his dimension. Number 4. Dormammu. Dormammu is the ruler of the Dark Dimension and the most powerful dictator across all dimensions. He belongs to the mystical race known as the Faltine, and is exceptionally skilled in magic, having conquered numerous dimensions. Dormammu has defeated several Avengers, including Doctor Strange himself, and has even been a concern for the Watcher. He is one of the most powerful magical beings in all the Marvel Universe, nearly on par with Doctor Strange. Dormammu is immortal and possesses a formidable array of powers, including teleportation, time travel, interdimensional travel, energy projection, reality manipulation, soul manipulation, and energy and matter manipulation. These powers are amplified when he's in his native dimension. Number 3. Wakano. Billy Kaplan, also known as Wakano, is the eldest son of Jeff and Rebecca Kaplan. However, his soul has a previous origin. Before he was even born, Wanda Maximoff and Vision had 2 children, Thomas and William. However, these children were merely figments of Wanda's imagination, and gained life through fragments of Mephisto's soul. When the demon reclaimed these fragments, the children ceased to exist, leaving Wanda devastated. Nevertheless, the souls of William and Thomas reincarnated into the bodies of Billy Kaplan and Thomas Shepard. Since then, as a member of the Young Avengers, Wakano has increasingly demonstrated his immense magical powers, which are based on and amplified by those of his mother and also Mephisto. Wakano is also said to be the incarnation of Demiurge, the great craftsman of the universe. Among his powers, Wakano possesses probability manipulation, teleportation, photokinesis, electrokinesis, pyrokinesis, force fields, and many others. The only reason Wakano is not ranked higher on this list, possibly second or first, is due to his character not being extensively explored, which affects his perceived power levels, leaving him in third place. Number 2. Stephen Strange. It seems that Doctor Strange has indeed had an incredible journey with his mystical powers throughout Marvel Comics. He possesses numerous mystical artifacts, and is a master of mystical arts, whether they're black or white magic, with a complete arsenal including levitation, time travel, astral projection, portal creation, telekinesis, object enhancement with magic, and much more. Doctor Strange has also been capable of bargaining multiple times with Dormammu and Mephisto, and has served as a mentor to Clea, Doctor Doom, and Scarlet Witch, and has mastered knowledge about the multiverse. If we were considering the classic Doctor Strange, he would undoubtedly be at the top of the list. However, Marvel has gradually reduced his raw power over time. He remains the greatest expert in mystical arts on Earth, but currently, he is not the most powerful, at least compared to the top-ranked character on this list. Number 1. Wanda Maximoff. Wanda Maximoff has always been an extremely powerful character, both as a mutant and after she ceased to be one. Her reputation suffered significantly when she lost control of her powers during the House of M event and reshaped reality with her words. However, in recent years she has been well developed and undergone a process of redemption and power augmentation. She has been able to commune with cosmic entities and is currently engaged in a battle with one, where it has been said that her power has infinite potential. Wanda has absorbed Chthon and the Darkhold within herself, granting her the ability to manipulate chaos energy alongside her probability manipulation. She is so powerful that she's defeated Agatha Harkness in a mythical duel that traversed various realities and even reached the shoulder of the Living Tribunal. Those were all the main Marvel magicians I gathered here based on power levels. Let me know in the comments who your favorite is. Don't forget to like and subscribe to become the biggest nerd channel on YouTube together.